being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spit slow, spit fast, knock the roast like a gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the memories. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to say that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go. Make yourself unstoppable. It's very responsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so unbelievable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient.
Good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to the one-day free international webinar Organizing Research Paper Publication Excellence. If you want to become a research person coordinator for the free on faculty development program, we will provide a link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in a few minutes as some participants are still joining to ensure in a smooth on focused session. Please keep your microphones muted during this session. Participants who unmute without prior permission may be removed. Good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to the one-day free international webinar on organizing research paper publication excellence. If you want to become a research person, a coordinator for free online faculty development program, we will provide the link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in a few minutes, as some participants are still joining. To ensure a smooth and focused session,
Good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to the one day international webinar on. We will commence the webinar in a few minutes as some participants are still joining.
Good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to the one day free international webinar on organizing research paper publication excellence. If you want to become a research person, a coordinator for free online faculty development program, we will provide a link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in a few minutes as some participants are still joining. To ensure a smooth and focused session, please keep your microphones muted during the session. Participants who unmute without prior permission may be removed. We warmly welcome to the one-day free international webinar on organizing research paper publication excellence. If you want to become a research person, a coordinator for free online faculty development program, we provided a link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in few minutes as some participants are still joining. To ensure a smooth and focused session, please keep your microphones muted during this session. Participants who unmute without prior permission may be removed. We warmly welcome to the one-day free international webinar on organizing research paper publication excellence. If you want to become a research person, a coordinator for a free online faculty development program will provided the link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar on few minutes as some participants are still joining. To ensure a smooth and focused session, please keep your microphones muted during the session. Participants who unmute without prior permission may be removed. We warmly welcome to the one-day free international webinar on organizing research paper publication excellence. If you are one, if you want to become a research person, a coordinator for free online faculty development program, We will provide a link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in few minutes as some participants are still joined. To ensure a smooth and focused session, please keep your microphones muted during this session. Participants who unmute without prior permission may be removed.
Sorry for inconvenience. There is a technical issue. Please solve it. Please wait.
Good evening, everyone. We warmly welcome to the one-day international webinar on organizing research paper for publication excellence. If you want to become a resource person, a coordinator for a free online faculty development program, we will provide a link in the comment section. If you are interested, please join through that link. We will commence the webinar in a few minutes as some participants are still joining. To ensure a smooth and focused session, please keep your microphones muted during the session. Participants who unmute without video permission. A very special thanks to convener Patan Feridos Khan and co-convener Mr. Mahesh Palav, coordinator Akshita PD, and also our coordinators Dr. G. Vijay Lakshmi and Deepali Latesh Mahajan, Johnson T. Abraham. Thank you for your expectational effort, contribution, and continued support in planning and exciting this session successfully. The Google Meet capacity is currently full. If your friends or colleagues in lobby, then please suggest them join on YouTube live chat. The feedback and certificate link will share on YouTube live chat as well as Google Meet chat.
I am Jyoti from Skill Activate MS Sathyabama B in a completion academic in a research within over 14 years of teaching experience in reputed institutions such as RV Institute of Technology Management, T. John College, in Hindustan College of Arts and Science. She holds in advanced qualifications including in a ML in software engineering and currently pursuing her PhD in data mining. Her teaching and research expertise span across the software engineering, database management, system software testing, data mining, and the web technologies complemented by active participation in conferences, faculty development program, and academic committee. She has published more than 30 research papers in reputed UGC, CARE, Scopus, and IEEE indexed journals and contributed multiple chapters in emerging areas in such as artificial intelligence, good security, or healthcare informs. A lifetime number of several professional bodies including ISTE IAENG and NITTSD. Sh- She has received resignations like this Kalam Award and Best Professor Award for her academic contribution was it's strong. It's over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My slides are visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. This is good.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to take you through a very important topic for all researchers, students, and academicians, how to organize a research paper for publication excellence. Many times, we do very good research work, but it does not get an attention it deserves because the paper is not properly structured, written, or presented. In this session, we will understand how to write a research paper step by step, what structure to follow, how to avoid common mistakes, and how to do publications and the peer review process, how it works. Let us start by understanding what research really means. Researchers are not just reading articles or collecting information from the internet. Research is a systematic and careful process of exploring the topic in depth. It helps us generating new ideas, verify existing ideas, and solving real-time problems. In simple word, research helps us understand why something happens, how it happens, and what can be done to improve it. Researchers follow a step by step method like identifying a problem, review what others have done, designing a method, collecting data, analyzing those data, and finally they will present their findings. Research can be done in academic fields in any domain, or like computer science, management, healthcare, social science, whatever. It can also be done in industries to improve the productivity and the technologies and its process. So research plays a very important role in both knowledge creation and practical applications. What is research? Research, just split the word. Research, research. So searching again and again, that is called research. So what we are searching, already something is found. Again, what we can improve, again what we can do, what new things, what new insights we can explore, that is called research. It can be defined as a systematic investigation. That means we do not randomly collect the information. We will follow some plan, and we will have some methods to do our work. Research helps us establishing the facts, principles, and knowledge that can be generalized. For example, if we do study on 1,000 users about their shopping preferences, we can use that information to understand market behavior. So like this we can do. Research always begin with a clear problem or clear question. Once we identify the problem, we review the existing knowledge through literature. Then we will collect the suitable methods such as experiments, surveys, or interviews, and to collect the data. After collecting data, we analyze it using statistical or qualitative techniques. Finally, we will interpret the results and write meaningful conclusions. The entire cycle contribute to scholarly work. When we publish our research, we help others to learn from our work and build the next level of study. When we come to the point, the types of research, there are many types of research. The first one is descriptive research. It helps us to understand what is happening in the present. We don't manipulate anything here. We simply observe and record the facts. For example, conducting survey on customer preferences, analyzing patterns, and studying user behavior on the website. Like that we can do in the descriptor. In the analytical research, we go one step deeper. Like we analyze existing data to understand the relationships. For example, analyzing the company's financial performance over last 10 years to understand growth pattern. We use reasoning, comparisons, and statistical analysis to interpret the data and grow conclusions. Next, applied research. This type of research aim to solve real-time problems. It has immediate practical applications. For example, developing a new teaching method like online teaching methods or any innovative teaching methods, designing a health interventions, or creating technology solutions. Applied research is widely used in industries, healthcare departments, and engineering. The next one is basic research or fundamental research. In this research, the goal is to expand the knowledge without expecting the direct practical applications. Scientific study theories, mathematical concepts are universal principles we can use. And for example, studying practical behavior, psychological theories, or pure mathematics are the example for this basic or fundamental research. This kind of research builds the foundation for applied research later. The next type is qualitative research. In the qualitative research, it focuses on experiences, opinions, and meanings. It uses non-numerical data such as interviews, observations, and case studies. For example, interviewing a teacher about online teaching challenges. What are the challenges they are facing during online teaching? What kind of responses, interactions they are getting from these students? Like that, we can do in the qualitative. This type of research helps to understand human behavior in detail. The next one is quantitative. In the quantitative research, it always deals with the numerical data. Here we measure the variable and analyze them using statistics. For example, critical trials, clinical trials, and economic data analysis are large-scale surveys. Like that, they are the examples for the quantitative research. It helps us to test hypotheses and find measurable patterns. Next one is experimental research. uh, Here, we manipulate one or more variables to test cause and effect relationship. For example, testing a new medicine on one group and comparing the result with another group. This method is common in science, medicine, and psychology. Next one is exploratory research. It is done when we know little about the topic or field. We explore freely and try to understand basic ideas. For example, studying new technology trends or emerging market behavior, customer behavior, trends based on the season, based on the festivals. During festivals, what kind of products will be sold more? Like that, we can do. It helps in identifying future research opportunities. Next is six essential stages of academic research from idea to impact. Every research project follows a journey from initial idea to final impact. Here we have six common stages. It will be suitable for all the academic research. The first stage is idea generation. The good research idea usually comes from observing a problem or gaps in the existing knowledge. Sometimes idea will come from the real world issues or problems, sometimes from classroom discussions, or sometimes from reading research papers. It can be from any way. The idea we can get from anywhere in this world. At this stage, we must ask ourselves before concluding that this is my problem. For this only, I'm going to do research and I'm going to find a solution. Before starting that, we have to ask some questions with ourselves. The questions like: is this idea important? Is it researchable? And next, will it contribute to knowledge? Like this, some basic questions we have to ask. If we get a positive result for these questions, then we can continue with the further works. This is the foundation for our research work. The second stage is literature review. This is where you explore all existing works related to your topic. A strong literature review shows what has already been done, what findings are available, and what gaps still exist. It also ensures that do not repeat what already is done. Some researchers already they have done means that we should not bring into our output something new, some new insights we should derive from the existing one. It also ensures that you do not repeat the work again, and it helps you to justify your research and build your study on the strong base. So literature survey is very much important in the research work. Third stage is data collection. It is like you're collecting the information whichever is required for your research work and answering to your research questions. It could be through survey or interview or experiments or observation from your surroundings or real world entities as secondary data. The data collection has to be done in a systematic way, and it should follow some ethics, and it should not have any bias. The fourth stage is data analysis. Collecting data alone is not enough. You must analyze it to extract the meaning. For the quantitative study, you might use statistical tools. For qualitative study, you might use codings or categorization or any analysis method. The main aim here is to convert your raw data, which you have collected in your third stage. Those data, raw data, you have to convert it into meaningful insights. We can't use the raw data in our research, so we have to convert those raw data into the meaningful insights in this fourth stage, that is data analysis. The fifth stage is writing and publication. This is where you are organizing your content, structuring your paper, and presenting your findings in a professional manner. That is the fifth stage. Clear writing, a proper citation, and good structure make your research understandable and credible. The sixth stage is outreach and impact. Research does not end with publication. You must share it with the community through any conferences or workshops or any presentations or any online platforms. We have to bring it to the society. Uh, the more people who use your research will get the more impact from your findings. Next one, the main thing, the structure of the paper. Why structure matters? One of the most important in the research writing is structure. Even the best research can fail if the structure is weak or not organized properly. A well structured research paper acts like a roadmap to your readers. Good structure helps your idea flow clearly. Imagine you are watching a movie where scenes are not completely mixed up. Um, uh, the scenes are jumping from one scene to another scene, one stage to another stage, one story to another story means you will lose your interest and you feel like you're confused with that movie. Similarly, when your paper is jumping between the ideas, the reader will struggle to understand your message. The strong structure always shows your professionalism. It tells reviewers what you have taken to present your work carefully. What is your effort? What kind of methodologies you have used? How did you derive all these insights? How did you find all these um, um, outcomes? Like that it will present. Many papers get rejected, not because it is very weak in research, it is not having a proper idea, not because of that. The main reason, the primary reason is your writing is poorly organized or poorly structured. This is another point. The structure makes your content easy to read. It will make your content, it will be easy for the readers to read it easily. Why? Because reviewers will not have a time to sit and read an entire paper. So if it is well organized, means in a short span of time they can understand what you have done and what contents will be, or what findings will be there in the upcoming sections. So the structure is very much important. The first important thing is, the reason for a proper structure is enhanced readability. The properly structured paper always allows the reader to follow your ideas easily. They can catch your point easily. They can understand what questions you are answering, how you conducted your study, and what conclusions you reached. So it will be easy for the readers or the reviewers. Even for reviewers also, it will be very easy. Next important thing is professional credibility. The well organized papers are considered more serious and more scientific. Reviewers can clearly see your reasons, your thought process, and your strength of your research paper. Everything they can see, it will be visible in your paper. The third advantage is higher acceptance rate. Journals prefer manuscripts that which are clear, organized, and follow the standard format. Why? Because each and every journal will have their own format. If it is followed, that is the primary thing they will see. Whether you follow the format of their own font size, alignment, justification, margin, everything they will see. A poorly structured paper creates a confusion and increases reviewers' workload. So simply without reading further, they will reject your paper. So well organized paper reduces the chance of rejection and helps your work stands out. Next is what the readers or reviewers are expecting from your paper. The first expectation is clear research questions. Right in the beginning, the reader must understand what you are trying to investigate. The vague research question leads to confusion throughout the paper. The second one is a logical flow. Your idea must progress smoothly from one section to next section. Researchers should not feel like your content or your flow is jumping between the unrelated points. The third expectation is smooth transition. Good writing will connect the paragraphs and ideas naturally. Transitions will act like a bridge between the section and guide the reader thoroughly throughout your paper. The final point is concise writing. This does not mean you have to um, um, write in a short number of pages, not like that. It means like, yeah, your paper must have a clear, direct, and simple writing without unnecessarily complicating the concept. Please remember, clarity is the most important thing than complexity. Next, benefits of good structure. The first benefit is enhanced comprehension. When your paper follows a logical and a predictable pattern, your reader or reviewer can easily understand what you're trying to say. They do not have to go back and read your previous content or previous paragraphs again and again. They don't want to go back and come again to the current point. For example, your introduction is clearly explain the research gap. Reader always know why and what the rest of paper exists. If your methodology section is properly broken down, means they will understand exactly how you arrived at your result. And when the result and discussion follow the consistent structure, means reader can easily see your contribution. The clear structure reduces mental load mental load of your researcher or reader, and it will help them to understand your research paper and your objective of the paper. They can understand, they can catch it quickly. The next benefit is increased engagement. Well organized paper keeps readers interested from beginning to end. They will not skip your paper from the reading in between. They will start your paper. If it are organized properly, the flow is correct, means they will completely read your paper. They will not skip it. So this is very much important. um, uh, Please think, if your paper is jumping uh, around and it is like feeling confused, means they will lose their patience. The reader or reviewer will lose their patience. So what they will do, they will not have any interest in further reading. But if your idea is having some structure, it is smoothly organized, means they will enjoy to read your paper. This is especially important when you want to work, when you want your work to be cited by other researchers, or else they will not cite your paper. So always we must have the flow in your paper. Because of that flow, the reader will enjoy your paper in reading. So you will get more engagement in the in your paper from the reader side or the reviewer side. The next benefit is reduce rejection risk. Most papers, as I told already, most papers are rejected because of they did not follow the proper structure, not because of poor work. So always we must follow the good flow of the content. So it will increase the acceptance rate for your paper. The next one is understanding. This is the main structure. This structure only today I am going to explain. This is important, and majority of the journals are following this structure only, which is called IMRD structure. I means introduction, M means methodology, R is result, D is discussion. Uh, Let me explain each and every section. First, introduction section. Uh, Introduction is where you set your context. You begin by defining the area of your study, then you gradually narrow it down to the specific research gap you want to address. Finally, your introduction ends with the objective and research questions and or hypothesis. The strong introduction makes researcher feel more confident about the purpose and direction of your study. The second one is methodology. This is the most technical part of your paper, because it explains exactly how the study was conducted. It includes materials used, tools, participants, sampling methods and procedures and analysis techniques, everything. The key idea in methodology is reproducibility. The another Anyone is reading a paper should be able to repeat the study as a next level of the work. And if they are trying your method, trying your work, means with the same method, they also should get the same result what you have got. So methodology means everywhere, whenever we are trying the same method for the same problem, we should get the same answer. That is the methodology. Next one is result. uh, this section presents the finding of your study. You don't interpret or explain it. You just simply show the data clearly through graphs or charts or tables or any summaries in the result section. Next one is finally the discussion. This section interprets the meaning of the result. So in the result, we will present our findings. We will not give any explanation for that, but in the discussion only we will give the interpretation about our results, findings. So we can talk about the limitations and the future scope of your study in this section, in the discussion section. This IMRD model keeps your writing organized and familiar to the reviewers. So they will feel like you follow the proper structure. It is a structure that lets your research speaks clearly. So we can go with this section. Here I did not include about the literature review. That literature review we can include in the introduction part itself. So we in IMRD structure we don't have separate section for literature review. It is not compulsory we should have a separate section. We can include in the introduction part itself, or else as per the um, particular journal's format we can continue. But introduction section will include your literature survey also. As well, here in the discussion we will include uh, scope and future study, future development also we can include in the discussion part. So majority of the journals they are concentrating on this structure only. IMRD, that is introduction, methodology, result, and discussion. Just a minute. Next is crafting an effective introduction. So, how to write effective introduction? The introduction is one of the most important part of your research paper because it gives readers the first impression. Why? Because first impression is always best impression. So, introduction part it must be very clear. The well written introduction prepares reader mentally for the rest of your paper. They will not skip in between. Here the first component is background information. So before we start our work we should concentrate on the background information. For example, if your research is about online education effectiveness means you just started by discussing how the online learning was evolved, why it is important today, and what existing studies say about it, what is the impact, what are the technical or any other risk we will follow. Like that we should collect the background information. The second one is research gap. This is most crucial part. You must clearly explain what is missing in the existing research, then only we can find the research gap. It can be the previous study focused on school but not among the college. Maybe they studied about the teachers, not about the students. For online education system I'm talking. So these kind of um, research gaps also we have to concentrate. Third component is objectives, and we can say it as research questions. This is where you clearly state what you aim to find out. When researchers know your objectives clearly, they can follow your entire paper without any break. The fourth component is brief preview of your methodology. This is usually a one or two sentence summary of how you conducted your study, and it gives readers an idea of what you expect in the later sections. Like that it will cover. So these are the 4 points we have to concentrate in our introduction part. Next one is methodology. The methodology section is heart of your paper because it explains exactly uh, how your research was carried out. The purpose of this section is reproducibility. I mean, someone else should be able to repeat your study in future. Here we have some methodologies. The first one is materials and tools. Here you must list everything you used for the study, like software tools, equipments, data sets, framework, or any instruments, everything we have to list out in the materials. Second one is data collection, as I told. This section explains how you gather the data. You must describe your sampling methods like random sampling or purposive sampling, or what you have selected in your research that we have to mention. We have to explain the sample size, and who participated and how, everything we have to explain in this data collection. The third part is analysis, sorry, procedure. Third part is procedure. This is where you describe step by step work, like how the study was conducted. Imagine someone wants to replicate your work. Means they should able to follow your procedure like a recipe in a kitchen. For example, first you prepare a questionnaires, then you validate all those questionnaires with the experts. Then next, you contribute it to it, and then you distribute in online. Then after that, you collect responses, and you do data cleaning process. Then finally you analyze the result. Like this, you have to describe the step by step procedure. The next one is analysis method. Here you explain what tools or formulas or statistical tests, any qualitative techniques you used. For example, regression analysis or sentiment coding or machine learning models, whatever. So this section shows how you converted raw data into meaningful insights. The last part is ethical consideration. If your research involves people or animal or any sentiment data, means you must mention how you ensure the ethics. It includes informed consent, confidentiality, permissions, or any approval you have taken from government sides, or what are the safety measures we have used or incorporated. Like that, we have to give a explanation. Then well structured methodology will build the trust among the people about your research. It shows that your research is scientific, transparent, and credible. Next is presenting results objective. Next part is result. So the result section is where you present what you have discovered. It is important to understand that you must interpret and explain the results here, like just presenting them clearly and objectively. The strong result section follows the logical order. You can either present your result based on the sequence of your research question, or from most important to least important findings. Your visual presentation also very much important in this section. You can use tables, graphs, charts, any maps like heat maps or any diagrams to make your result easy to understand. We can use, for example, bar charts is a great selection for comparing the groups. The line chart is good for showing your trends over the time, and even pie chart also is suitable for proportions. Here, when you're using the tables, charts, graphs, or maps, whatever you are using, we have to figure name it properly, like the title of the image or title of the table. Then proper labeling we must do. Then units we have to represent. Then caption, which explains what it is representing, and the number, the figure number, table number, like that. Figure 1.1, figure 1.2, table 1.1, like that. We should have a continuous flow. I have seen on paper, which came for my review process. There was an image in chapter 2. They named it as 2.1. Another image they named under the same second section 2.2. Fine. Then in the third section, they have another image. For that, they have given as 2.3. 2.3 they named for the picture which was in the third um, topic. Okay, so in new topic, in new heading, you are starting the image, means they that particular uh, heading number only we had to give. It should not have a 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. The 2 is your topic. Topic means site heading number, like methodology, like that. So third one is some other topic, means you should go the 3.1 only. Again we should start from 3.1, 3.2. And in the fourth topic 4.1, 4.2. in that paper, what I have seen is in all the topics, subtopic, like whether it is 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, they have given continuously like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, like that only. So that we should not do. The first portion, that figure number 1.1 means the first portion, it is indicating your topic number. The second number, it is indicating the count, the count of your figure. The same is applicable for table also. Same is applicable for your graphs also. So we should follow the numberings properly. Next key point is clarity. Um, Please don't overload the tables with too many values. Instead, we can highlight only the important patterns. For example, the result can show the student who attended online classes for more than 10 hours per week, and those who scored very good marks. Like that, filtered data we can give in the table to make it very clear and understandable. And here in the result section, some questions we should keep in our mind, like what did you find in the result? What did you find? We have to represent. Why did it happen? Because of what? What was the reason behind it to get this output? Like that, we should have. And here in the result section, we should not include the question why. Okay, it is belong to the section discussion. Okay, so here in the result we can use what, how. The why question, it should come in the discussion part. The next one is discussion. The discussion section is where you interpret your findings. This is your chance to become a storyteller, like how like to explain the meaning of your result. You can start with a brief summary of your key findings, then compare your results with previous studies. For example, you may say like, uh, our findings agree with the study, that is the literature survey. Our findings agree with the study of so and so, which found that online learning improve flexibility. We can't say, we can't uh, we can't put down the previous findings, and we should not highlight our findings. We should agree with the previous findings, existing research. Then from that, how our finding is better, how it is giving more accurate value, like that only we should compare it. We should not dominate the previous findings, existing results. After comparing with literature, we have to start with the implications, like what do your findings mean for the field, and how can they be used in the field, and do they influence policy, like they will disturb the policy or any industries or any education, whether it will be a policy breaker or like that, we have to mention in the implications. The next one is limitations. Acknowledging the limitations. Every research will have a limitations, such as a small, very small data sets, or very time limited process, or budget constraint, or restricted scope. Some limitations will be there. We can discuss these limitations openly here. The final one is contribution. What new knowledge did you add in your paper from the existing one? What is the new knowledge you added in your new work, proposed work? The next one is whether you introduce any new method, or whether you have tried the same thing with a new data set, or any perspectives or any new models are there. Like that also we can say in the discussion about our contribution. The strong discussion section elevates your research always, like it shows your thinking ability and understanding of the subject. Next is reference management. This is very important tool in our paper. The managing reference is one of the most important and time consuming task in writing research paper. A simple mistake in citation will lead to the plagiarism or will lead to the rejection. So they, here what we can do, we can use the reference tools like Zotero, Mandely, or EndNote, Like that we can use. It will be helpful. They allow you to store your articles, books, websites, or PDFs. Whenever you want, you can use it. You can highlight, annotate, and tag your readings. More importantly, they allow you to insert citations into your paper automatically. For example, if you choose APA style, your citation and bibliography will appear in perfect format. If you later decide to change the same thing, APA style into IEEE style, means the software does it instantly. The manual process is reduced here. It will avoid the duplications, and it will ensure consistency. They save hours of manual work, especially when your paper is having 40 or 50, even 100 references are there, means we can't do the changes for each and every paper. We can use this reference management tools, so it will be very useful. A good citation manager helps you to store the sources from websites, journals, and books in one click. It synchronizes your library across devices. The next one, it generates citations automatically in APA and MLA, whatever the formats we like. It collaborates with peers on shared projects. For students, it means fewer formatting errors. For academicians, it means consistency and traceability. For freelance writers and bloggers, it means quick reference that makes content sounds credible. The next, when we come to the point, best practices for citations, there are few best practices you must follow when you are working with the citations. Always use one constant citation style. Some people will use everything mix up: APA, IEEE, MLA, Harvard, everything they will mix in their reference page. So we should not do like that. So what is the proper format? What you want, or else what the journal is asking as per their policy? That format or that style we should select, and we should apply those styles to all the references. Even you have 100 references in your paper, also all 100 papers should follow the same citation. It should not have the mix up of all the styles. Okay. It always cite primary sources like the original study, not the paper that quoted the study. So always we should refer the primary source only. It will avoid the manual errors. These styles will avoid manual errors also. The proper citation is not only about avoiding plagiarism, it shows the respect to other researchers and strengthen your credibility. Next is, what are the common mistakes we will do and how to avoid it. As I told, many papers will be rejected because of unstructured reason only. Here, these mistakes is not meaning that we can't avoid, and we can avoid. So, what are those mistakes? The first mistake is vague research problem. If your problem statement is weak, the whole entire paper will become unclear. The second mistake is literature review or literature survey. It shows that you don't know the background of the research well. You don't have the proper background informations. So this is also one of the mistakes. So we should have the proper literature review, literature survey we must do before starting our research work. Third one is citation inconsistencies. Missing references are mixing citation style. As I told in the previous style, if you are using mixed style, means out of 100 references, on 10 papers you are using MLA, another 10 papers you are using IEEE format, means this will be the problem. So citation we should go in a single format only, same format only we should use for all the references. The fourth one is dense, jargon heavy texts. Using difficult technical words without explanation will make your paper unreadable. So we should keep our paper with a simple text. The fifth mistake is ignoring journal guidelines. Every journal will have the strict rule, like they will be having the formats, font size, margins, word limits for abstracts, and which style you should use for your reference. Everything they will be having. We should follow that. Simply without following or without reading guidelines for authors, that in all the website journal website we can see instruction for authors, so there we can find the templates. So without reading the template, without reading what is the margin, top down, bottom up, they have mentioned, without seeing anything, even if we see also, we will avoid it. Some people, not everybody. So if you are doing all such things, means your paper will be rejected. So these mistakes we should avoid. Next is best practices for publication success. If you want your paper to be accepted, you should follow some best practices as I have given here. The first one is study your target journal. Okay. First, we have to read minimum 3 to 5 recent papers which is related to your work. Then we have to understand their style and tone of the content and type of the study they preferred. The second one is we have to follow the guidelines. It includes formatting, structure, figure, naming the figure, numbering figures, and ethics statements. Everything we should follow as per the guidelines. The third one is we should use quality control tools, like we have many tools for plagiarism checking, like Turnitin, Grammarly, Drillbit, Plague Scan. We have, so all these tools, any one we can take and check the plagiarism before sending for the publication to the journals. Without checking the plagiarism, if we send, if your paper is having more plagiarism, in such case also your paper will be rejected. Then next one is visual clarity. If you are using any images or anything, means it must have the clarity of the image or table, whatever it is. We should have the clear pictures. Then last one is seek pure feedbacks. So before submitting it, we should do the seek pure feedback. Like before submitting your paper to the journal, or either through website link or either through email, we should check our paper with our close ones, like having the second opinion from the doctors. Second opinion we will get. So for example, if one doctor is having, you are having so and so disease, you should have take that scan. This scan means before going into treatment, we will take the reports to the another hospital to get the second opinion. So like that, we should have a second opinion with the closed ones. We should not reveal our research concept or methodologies, whatever we have used, that we should not reveal it to the third person. If that person is very trustworthy person, means you can compare, or else this is optional. So next one is understanding types of peer reviews in academic publications. Here the first point is saying navigating the peer review landscape is essential for successful manuscript publications. It means if you want your manuscript to get accepted, you must know what kind of review models exist, how reviewers think, and what journals expect from you at each and every step and each and every stage. Peer review is not just a formality, it is a quickly checking mechanism. It ensures that only strong, well designed, and clearly written papers are published. So, knowing the peer review system helps you prepare manuscript in right format, in right tone, and level of details before you submit it. The second point, it is saying each review model offers unique advantage and challenges that can significantly impact your research journey. It is very true, actually. This type of review used by the journal, uh, like how your work is evaluated, how much bias is removed and how transparent the process becomes. Some review models protect your identity, some reveals your identity, some encourage open conversations. So each format has its own strength and limitations. For example, some review models give you more protection from reviewers' bias, while others allow reviewers to openly discuss your work with you. So even when you choose a journal, it is important to know which peer review model they use because it changes your experience as an author. So understanding these models make you more confident during the submission process. So here we have three types of peer reviews. I think most of us know it. First one is single blind review. In this single blind review model, reviewers knows the identity of the author, but at the same time, authors do not know who is going to review their work. This is most traditional and widely used form of review. One advantage of this single blind review is the reviewer will feel free to give honest and critical feedbacks without worrying the negative reaction of the author. So whatever, even the paper is too bad also, they can give open statements without worrying about the reaction or answer from the author side. However, it is a challenge that reviewers bias is possible. For example, if the reviewer always has an opinion about the author or institution means that may influence the review process. So in this condition, we can go with a single blind. Next is double blind review. In double blind review model, both authors and reviewers remain anonymous to each other. This is considered the fair and a true, honest review process, and it is high quality journals will prefer it because reviewers do not know who you are and bias based on your institution and your country and anything, they will not bother about that, so it will be removed. The next one is open review. In the open review, all identities are visible. Author knows about the reviewer knows about the author. In some cases, the review comments are also polished. They will not give rough or very harshful comments. They will give very polished comments. The biggest advantage in this model is transparency. So both ends are visible. So it is very transparent. It allows for honest, open, and dialogue between the author and reviews. They can discuss why it happened, how it happened. You have given this result, how, why, like that. They can discuss even. The reviewers tend to be more responsible and respectful when their names are attached to their feedbacks. Next is handling reviewers' comment professionally. Here, once your paper is completes the peer review stage, it is not meaning that it is done. Your next responsibility is responding to that. Many authors feel nervous or discouraged when they receive reviews from the reviewers, especially if the comments are very strict seems. But remember, um, reviewers' comments are not a rejection. It is the next chance to improve your paper to the next level. If you are getting a negative comment from the reviewer means no, don't think like no, even though if I correct the paper and if I send once again also they will reject my paper. Not like that. If you are covering all the way your comments and you are solving all the comments whatever they expect, if you are giving everything in your paper in the second round, your quality of the paper will be improved and there is a huge chance for the acceptance of your paper. Here, the first best practice is maintain professionalism. Once your paper, once you receive your paper is receiving comment means always remain calm, polite, respectful, even if the comment feels harsh or unfair. Reviewers are not attacking you personally. They are trying to make your paper more stronger than the original what you have submitted. So they invest their time usually without payment. Some reviewers will not get any payment on that, but even though they are not getting payment also, they are sitting and reviewing your paper and making the comment on your paper to improve the quality of your research. So we have to maintain the professionalism. Next one, address systematically. You must answer each and every comment one by one. Don't skip any comment. For example, you are getting five comments means you answer for all the five comments. Don't skip one or two, or don't skip everything. So we have to answer every comment one by one. Then you have to create a separate document. You can maintain as a word file, like you can save it as a response to reviewer. So what are the comments they have given and how you replied and how you implemented in your paper, like that you can have some document for your future reference. uh, this document will be very helpful when you are writing the next research paper, so you can avoid all these errors or all these faults you can avoid in your next paper. So they, one by one, when you are improving the comment, so at last you can produce or you can publish very quality paper in the journal. Next one is be thorough. Third, your responses must be clear, must be detailed, it must be transparent, and it must have some evidence. If you made changes, explain exactly what you changed and why did you change. Then if you disagree with the suggestion, for example, it is not necessary that you have to accept all the commands. I told don't skip. I did not say you have to accept. There is a difference between accepting and skipping. So if some commands are not applicable or it is not possible to implement, means you have to give a justification for that. So these are the things we have to do. And being thorough with your work, it shows the review that you have considered their feedback seriously. You have taken all those comments seriously and you have worked and even you have spent time to improve the quality of your paper. So when they are getting the answer from your side for their comments, at that time they will feel more committed and they will have more responsibility to check your paper thoroughly. Thoroughness must be in both the side, from the reviewer side and from the author side. Next, key principles of effective responses. First one, never be defensive. One of the biggest mistake authors usually they do is becoming defensive or emotional when they are responding to the criticism. Please remember, reviewers are not criticizing your work personally, or they are not criticizing you personally. Just they are evaluating your manuscript. So treat every comment as an opportunity to improve your work. If you become defensive, reviewer may feel like you are unwilling to improve your paper. This can damage the chance of acceptance. So simply they will reject your paper. So instead, thank them politely and explain your reasons with more clarity. Next is acknowledge valid points. When you receive the comments from the reviewer, you have to acknowledge it uh, with more confident, and it shows humility and professionalism. For example, once you receive the comment, you should reply them like thank you for identifying the gaps, or thank you for finding the mistakes. I will work on it and I will respond you with the given time. Like that we have to give a acknowledgement. Next is provide evidence. When addressing the comments, always we have to provide the evidence through any citations or any additional data, methodologies, or theoretical reasons, whatever it is. So we have to give a evidence for that. Next is request clarification. If the reviewer comment is unclear, uh, you don't guess this will be the main point of the comment. Don't guess it. If you're not able to understand it, just you can ask them, what can you clarify this comment, I'm not able to understand, like that. Why? Because guessing may lead to the incorrect revision or incorrect understanding. It may create more complication later. So instead we can write politely to the editor or the reviewer, and you can request for the clarification for that comment. Next, after acceptance, what are the steps we have to do for the publications? First one is proofreading. Once your paper is accepted, it is entering like and next stage, that is called proofreading. At this point your manuscript goes to the production of editor of the journal. They are the very specialist in checking each and every paper in that. Their responsibility is to ensure that your manuscript meets the journal's publication standards. It involves several tasks, like they check spelling, grammar, punctuations, and clarity of the language. Even small errors are corrected so that your paper reads smoothly and professionally. They verify the formattings, like placing the figures, tables, headings, citations, and everything. And also they examine your reference in detail. They make sure the citation style is consistent, the reference are complete, and the DOIs are included wherever it is required. And also they will check the layout of the readability. This includes adjusting margins, spaces, lines. So these are the rules will be these are the tasks will be done after acceptance. The next one, publication release. After um, the final proof is ready, your article will move to the next stage, that is publication release. This is the moment many researchers will look forward. Your paper will be assigned to an online or print issue of the journal. Some journals first publish your article as online, then they will print it. uh, like online first or early access. Before placing it into the specific issue, they will publish it in the online in their website. It means that even before the complete journal issue is released, your article is already available in the journal's website with DOI number. Once your article goes live, it becomes part of the payments like part of the permanent record. It can be officially cited by other researchers. It also become searchable in indexing databases like Scopus, Web of Science, Google Scholar, etc. Many are there, so from that also we can search. Next is a promotion strategy. After publication, it is extremely important to promote your work strategically. In today's digital world, visibility matters just as much as publication. If nobody sees your research, it cannot influence the community. Here I have uh, some effective ways to give it. First, we can share it on the LinkedIn or any places. Post the summary of your work, highlight the key findings, and add your DOI link in the LinkedIn. The LinkedIn is very powerful platform for academic and research visibility. Many researchers and professionals discover new work through this social post only. Next one, you can upload to ResearchGate. For the promotion, you can do in the ResearchGate also. What this ResearchGate will do is it allows you to share your published paper, or at least the pre-version of your paper. It also helps others to follow your research journey or engage with your work. You will get more ideas or comments or many things we will get through this research gate. Then you can add it to the ARCHID. ARCHID is the universal research identity. Adding your publication There will increase the credibility and ensures all your work stay connected under your verified profile. Then sharing with your academic networks. If you have any other networks apart from this LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Archie, you can share it with your academic networks or any personal networks, official networks. You can circulate to your colleagues or your department or any conference groups or in any collaborations like that. You can share it. This builds recognition and helps your work reach audience, and it will be more benefit to you in the profile. Yep, the paper that reaches the people has more value than the paper that simply sits quietly in the journal website. So after publishing, don't leave, don't consider like I have written a paper, I have gone through the reviewer comments, then I have resent them with all the implementations, then it is published in the journal, and I got DOI, then I got certificate, I got a soft copy, hard copy, everything I got. Don't stop there, go to the next step, that is you can promote your work through all the social posts. That's all from my side. As a conclude, I want to say few things. Research writing is an art as well as it is a skill. A well structured paper is easier to read, easier to review, and it is very easier to increase the rate of acceptance. Always, as a researcher, we have to focus on clarity, flow, methodology, and proper references. That's all from my side. I hope today's session has helped you to understand the entire journey of research writing from idea to publication. Even after publication, also what we have to do. I hope everyone got a small idea from my session. Thank you all for your time, patience, and interest. I wish you all the very best for your research work. That's all from my side.
Thank you, ma'am, for explaining about some topics like research and over to you why structure matter. A special thanks to you, convener Patan Forjish Khan, co-convener Mr. Manish Palav, co-coordinator Akshita PD, co-coord- co-coordinators Dr. G. Vijayalakshmi, Deepali Latish Mahajan, T. Johnson Abraham. Thank you for all your expectational efforts, contribution and continuous support in planning and exciting this session successfully. Before we conclude, we would like to your JVK sponsors JVK Technologies. JVK Technologies offer a publication services including Scopus, SCA, patents, copyrights, thesis, textbooks, etc. For any publication assistant, you are warmly invited to join WhatsApp group link in this chat box as well as comment section. JVK Technologies offer publication services including JV Scopus, essay, patents, copyrights, thesis, textbook, etc. For any publication assistant, you are warmly welcome to invite to WhatsApp group link in the chat box as well as comment section. We also thank you all participants for joining us today. Please fill the feedback form for the certificates. Those who fill the feedback only will get the certificates.